Welcome back. Back on the ST today. Continuing on with the luggage. Still, as I say, I've done 2 videos so far with the side rails. Still back on the drawing board basically. Still got a little more fine sort of fettling to do on it. It's nearly there. It is working, but just needs a bit more refining. Today, obviously, it's concentrating on the top rack. So obviously, I need to replace the top rack. So I managed to find Givi top rack. So it's not in a brilliant condition. Could do a bit of rub down and some paint, but the basis is there. Bargain really, £15 on eBay. So quite happy with that, and arrived quite quickly, a couple of days to me. So that's the job for today. Let's get cracking. So first of all, tools I need at the moment: small screwdriver, 8mm socket, 10mm spanner. I think you might remember from before, I need to take off just this cover, same on the other side, and there's bolts underneath each side. So let's get them off. These covers just pop out with a screwdriver. Alright, so that's the covers off. Obviously, a lot of ST owners do this primarily because the factory Honda top box is so small. So obviously, transferring across to a Givi rack allows you to increase the box size. I actually run a 55-litre top box, which as soon as I've got the rack on, I'll get that fitted. And that's the rack off. It is doubtful that I'll be able to use this original because the bolt holes are actually in the wrong place. So it will be a case of this off as well. That's Allen key fixing. That's the 4 bolts, and off with the plate. I'm actually wondering if I can actually use the plate, but Yeah, it would have been nice to actually mount it on these two bolts. As you can see, when it's on there, that one seems okay. That one you can't actually see. And if I move across as far as I can, that one's just about in line, and that one's out. So a bit more thought on this one. Right, finally I think I've worked out a solution. I've used the original plate that was holding the Honda rack on, and I've just flipped it and turned it upside down, because obviously it had the brackets underneath where the top rack would fit into. For the Givi rack, I've had to make a few alterations just in here. I've basically just used like a Dremel and just taken the hole back on both sides slightly, but that does actually give me the clearance to actually drop the bolts in. So just pop these bolts in, let's tighten them up, let's see where we stand. Right, that seems all good and nice and level, as you can see. So literally, as I say, it was just taking out a little bit of each side, but that seems to have worked quite nicely. And the angle seems good, so let's get a top box. Right, for now I'm just going to use the top box off the Varadero. Just give me an idea of... Obviously this is a 45 litre box. This is slightly smaller than what I usually use when I go touring. But yeah, that seems okay. Nice and firm, nice and stable. Yeah, happy with that. So, well, I hope that was helpful to everybody. Next episode, hopefully I should be back on the carbs. We've got some polishing to do, and as I said in a previous video, obviously my carb repair kits have turned up, and the actual screws for the carb tops, one pack has arrived, the other pack will be following shortly, so at least I can get the tops sorted, get the diaphragms back in, and obviously get the carb bases cleaned out and polished on the outside. So thanks for joining me. See you again next time. Cheers, bye.